everyone, welcome back. It's Laura at Hyperstamper. I couldn't wait. I had to make another Christmas junk journal because I'm just so excited about all the Christmas ephemera I have collected over the past year, and I have enough to make 12. I made one this month and this is the second one, so I'm going to make 2 a month right up until December. So this is the last one for June, but look at how pretty it is. This is a 1930s Christmas card. Look at the inside. Look how pretty that is. Look at the wonderful font. It's so typical of the 30s. These beautiful vibrant blues. And I was just lucky enough to find this 1901 book, Waverly book. And it is just the perfect color with the blues and the reds. It doesn't always have to be traditional green and red. I love the blues for Christmas. And I've done some vintage beads. They're all vintage. Down the side here, kind of looks like a candy cane, doesn't it? And then some matching ribbons to the cover. So I'm thrilled with it. I've got the vintage crochet in behind there. Let's take a look inside before I put it in my Etsy shop. You ready? Here we go. And every single page that I would like to report is authentic Christmas themed ephemera. So again, no commercial products in here. It's just page after page of Christmas memories from the past 100 and some odd years. So again, the book is from 1901. This is the cover of a Christmas book. And this is a beautiful little Christmas card. Look at that. And that is from the 1930s. Dr. and Mrs. Marcus. Now, this is the original black page from the book, as you can see here. Sorry, I skipped over the first few pages. It's so thin and precious. So there's our 1901 date there. And look at the beautiful foxing and markings on there. It's just wonderful. And then on this side, I've got another Christmas card. Look at the tape marks. Again, this one's from the 30s. These all came from the same album, a scrapbook album of greeting cards that the family had received, as this one is too. And it's got these beautiful leaves on here, and it says a greeting, and then a happy Christmas, Guilford and Lily. Love it. Original first page there. This is vintage wrapping paper from the 50s, which I have a large amount of, so it'll be in all the Christmas journals. And Good King Wenceslas there from the 1930s as well, and a little fun cluster here. And I've got these wonderful stickers that my sister gave me. These will also be in all my Christmas journals. And those are also from the 70s. It was from an unopened package she found in an old convenience store that had been sitting there for the past 60 years. And this is a banknote, a 100-euro banknote, sorry. And it is blue. It is green and red to go with Christmas. A great fun little number on the back there. And 1930s children's book page there, all about the snow. I hand stamped a sled on there. And this is really cool from the 70s, so it is vintage. It's just a little recipe piece. It was a spice booklet. And this one is on cinnamon. I mean, you know how we put cinnamon in all kinds of things at Christmas, cookies and pies. So I thought that was really fun. The book page down here from an antique book, A Christmas Carol. We all know that one. And there's a little gingerbread man there. So I put him in as well. That's from 1927. I've got a vintage, Heart and Stroke Foundation, or the Lung Association, I forget which. There, that is vintage as well. This is from, I've got a couple of really cool pages here from Christmas Ideals book. And then this is from another 1940s children's book page. Look at this. Look at how great that is. And back here, I put in yet another one from another book. This is from a primary school vintage book for children. And it's just as sweet as can be, about the snow and playing in the snow. And this came off of an antique doily there. It's kind of beautiful. This is from the late 1800s, and it's got the word toy and joy. So on this page, it's got this beautiful little poem for the new year. This is a vintage piece out of American Trees of America, and we've got the American holly there. So I made a pocket out of that, and then I put in this 1950s page here, which is absolutely wonderful on holiday baking and table setting, and a sprig of mistletoe. Isn't that wonderful? I love it. That's a real find. I think it's fabulous. And this is another wonderful Christmas illustration. Little guy out here cutting down the tree as the king watches. This here is a really great pocket. We've got more of these vintage 1968 A set of stamps here, also for the Lung Association, or Heart and Stroke. I'm sorry, I forget. Another sled. This is one of these wonderful edu cards. S is for sled. Is that great for a Christmas journal? Love it. And yet a third Christmas card. This is also, guess what decade? This is from also the 1930s. And look at that sweet little guy there. Look at the little card that says greetings in it. Oh, it's so sweet. So that's this is a tri-pocket here, and then in the back here I've got this beautiful early 1900s plate on one side, and on the other we've got this beautiful tall pine tree. But this is, I don't know if you can tell, all of the different Christmas trees that have been cut down and are ready to be sent out. And in Canada and many parts of the States, the Christmas trees come from Nova Scotia. That's the Christmas tree capital of North America. I pulled that from a book. I love it. And I made this pocket out of a book cover, an antique book cover. And then this is from the 1925 Teacher's Art Manual that I did the journal on yesterday. That sold in about 14 seconds. I apologize. It sold so fast to those who emailed me looking for it. Yeah, I love this one because it's got the little Christmas trees at the bottom and here. It's just really fun. Really, really fun. And this is a different kind of vintage 1950s wrapping paper. And this is American Holly again. And that one is from a nature book from 1959. This is just another really sweet little children's book page. Look at Santa there and his sled. These are really great images. Again, also from the 1930s. I believe that one's 38. These are two of those pages from the 1950s Christmas Ideals book. Look at that beautiful scene there. But you can tell by the look of it, the era that it came from, by the way they did the artwork. Look at that beautiful, reminds me of the Grinch, that falling snow there. And more, and then this is from a vintage book here. We've got the winter scene. And then this is from a 1960s paint by number or color by number, sorry, book here, and it's all Christmas. And it was never, not one page in that book was used. So it was bought for some child, but not used. Lots of journaling space here for you to add your own Christmas memories or photos, more. And look at this. It's a postcard. I love my postcards. This is from 1913. How about that? Isn't that wonderful? It is spectacular. You can see the little scene inside the letters. They still use this today, that style, putting scenes inside the letters. Oh, I'm just going to tuck it back there for now. I'm in the wrong angle. And here we've got this great little cover of a booklet for collecting animal stamps from the Red Rose Company. And this one is of a winter scene with a deer, and I just thought that was perfect. And then guess what? Another Christmas card. That's 4 in this journal. That's amazing. And look at that awesome font again. And once again, if you want to journal in it, you can open it up and put your message inside. You know what? Why not reuse it? I think that would be so much fun to receive an 80-year-old or 90-year-old Christmas card. How about that? This is early 1900s, One Night in Bethlehem, A Christmas Story. And this is just a really fun piece from a vintage magazine with Yule Jewel. Things you can make out of candied fruits. So lots of Christmas recipes there. A Merry Christmas, a Little Women, I believe. Yep, Little Women book. Christmas story there. I stamped a lantern on there. This is a vintage music sheet with a couple of fun Christmas and seasonal songs. And this is one of those beautiful crochet pieces that is actually a rubber ring from a canning jar. This is vintage, and I thought it looked like a snowflake, so I included that. You can put a little string on it and hang it from your tree, or use it as a coaster. This is from the book Snowberries, which was the first journal I sold. So that's an antique page there, New Year's lesson. And I just thought it was beautiful. And the cardstock is wonderful on that. More hand stamping here. And this I chose, guess why? Because it is a vintage pattern tissue and it's red and green. And they're hard to come by. Now this is cool. This is one of those pages again from 1959. I don't know if you can tell, but it's got sparkles in the paper, and I've not seen that in a book that old. So I thought that was very cool. Here's another piece of vintage crochet. And again, I thought it looked like a snowflake. So I turned it into a little pocket. And this fell out of a Christmas book I had, The Kind of Letter Santa Claus Likes. And I don't know how old it is. There was no date on it, but I'm guessing it's probably from the 1930s or 40s or earlier. It's very old. And I just thought it was wonderful. And turn the page here. And oh yes, that was a Christmas card page up there, antique book. Look at this wonderful vintage piece here. Just stunning, gorgeous. Another Christmas scene here. This is actually a Christmas story. When I trimmed it, I cut the top off. It says A Christmas Story. So there it is. I left that alone so you could read that. May all you wish be there. It's wonderful. And that brings us to the end. That's the original last page of the book and the original back page. So I hope you love it as much as I love making it. Hyperstamper.etsy.com. Don't forget to subscribe and come back soon.